Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS-Inform. I'm your host, Bill Potter. It's time to meet a political candidate running for office in the upcoming municipal elections. We're going to meet Nancy Eckerle, who is running for Jasper City Council at large. Nancy, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bill.
Now, you've been on the show a few times, so it's kind of weird for me to ask you this question, but I guess tell us about yourself, mostly for the voters who are watching. Who is Nancy Eckerle?
All right. Well, I'm happy to talk about that. I am a lifelong resident of Jasper, living here my whole life. My parents were Ed and Dorothy Huffman. Many people know them. They've been deceased, though, for several years. And I'm married to Gil Eckerle, another lifelong resident of Jasper who was born and raised here. We have 3 adult children, and that's, my personal side of my life, but I'm really much more than that. I feel like I'm an experienced, respected leader of the community. I've been involved in the community for about 30 years in a variety of ways, not only in the job that I do every day, but in other volunteer capacities and other organizations that I'm involved in. I have some strengths that I know I would bring to this office. I am a planner, an organizer, I'm a decision maker. I'm very passionate about Jasper and what goes on in Jasper every day in our community. I'm involved, as I said, but I'm also a doer. I'm not just a talker about doing things. Anyone that knows me knows that if I have something that I say I will do, I do it, and I do it to the best of my ability.
Now, Nancy, you are a very busy person. Why would you add something else to your plate? What made you decide to run for office?
Well, Bill, I really like the direction our community is taking. I think there's a lot of positive things going on. And people always talk about we need to do these for the future generations of our community. Well, I agree with that we need to do it for the future of our community. But I also agree and think that we need to be doing things for the people that live here now, the citizens that are here, and for those that are coming to retire here, or the people who are retiring in our own community. We find that people are moving here because their children are moving here. Maybe they're taking jobs in our local community in a variety of positions, but they're coming to live here because their kids live here and because their grandkids live here, and that's where people want to be in this day and age.
What are some issues, concerns that the city of Jasper is going to address in the coming years? And I guess some of these we don't even know, but what are those issues and concerns, and how would you address them on the city council?
Well, Bill, I think it's very important as a council member to talk to all of not only the department heads, but people in all of the departments that work in those departments in our community. They are the ones that are driving our streets every day. They see what's going on in our community. And I would feel very confident talking to all the departments, knowing more about their budgets. And I don't know if people know this, but the main duties of being on the city council are adopting the budget, appropriating monies, enacting the laws, and then selling or leasing properties. So those are the primary duties. And the only way to really know more about the community is talking to the people that work for our city. And we have a lot of employees that work in our city. The council members also serve on some subcommittees of the Utility Service Board. So again, we're involved in the civil city part, the budgeting, but also get involved in the utility part. So with the city council, what I've observed is the city council meets once a year for one day to talk about the budget with the various department heads. Personally, I don't think that's adequate enough. I would plan on meeting with all of the department heads and some of their employees during the year to find out, is the budget that they have adequate for the job that they need to get done? What things not only do they feel like they need, we all want things, but then there's also things that we need to have to perform our duties. So I would have some serious discussions with those individual people within those departments. And then along that way, finding out what direction does the city need to take. Do we need to focus more on, let's just say, for example, streets or sewers or those type of things? And then what are the other things that we can do to make our community a quality place that people want to continue to live in and also to move here? So in going door to door, you find out a lot about the people that live in the community. You find out also that not everyone lives in a bright, shiny, fancy house. There's a lot of rental properties in our community. Some of those, I think, are in need of repair. Perhaps we need to be encouraging more of the improvements within our city, especially what you might call the downtown area, which is the area that I personally live in. And I see that there are things that, that need to be improved. Maybe some of the streets, the sewers. We know that area is getting older, so what do we need to do to make sure that that area doesn't become dilapidated, but yet is kept up to standards?
Now, you are running at large.
Yes.
And that's when everybody in the city of Jasper and city limits will vote. I know you
Yes.
vote your district, and you can only vote for the person in that district, but everybody gets to vote for the at-large candidates.
That's right. Everyone in the whole city can vote for the at-large candidates, and I'm just asking that people vote for me when they go to the polls.
What differentiates you and your opponents?
Well, my opponents, I think, maybe aren't looking for creative solutions to things that we have going on in the community. You know, we have some new areas, like I said a while ago, where people live in some of the bright, shiny houses. But I think we need to look at the other areas of our community. We need to make sure that those areas continue to be upgraded, are more appealing, and I'm not sure that my opponents are looking at that. I think my opponents maybe don't have quite of the creativeness that I do and would be looking at solutions. I'm not sure also that they would be willing to meet with all the departments like I'm willing to take the time to do, and to find out those overall needs and wants and what it takes to run those departments in more than just meeting one time a year for a one-day budget meeting.
Now, I'm going to give you the opportunity. I guess you can look right at the voters and make your plea for why they should vote for Nancy Eckerle.
Well, you know, I have a quote that I came across that someone gave at a commencement address. And this person said, "See, it's simple. You wake up, you be nice to people, you work very hard, and then you repeat that every day. And along the way, don't wait for your death sentence to be occurring," which is what this person said. "Do things nice for people every day, even strangers, your family, your friends. And in a way, this all benefits not only them, but it benefits your community, because everyone is trying to do the right thing for the right purpose and for other people." I believe that the planning and the budgeting of Jasper is important to shape our community for those who live here now and for future generations. I am an experienced, respected leader with a lot of vision, and I'm asking for your vote now if you're early voting, and for sure then on November 3rd, Election Day. And I thank you all for watching this program today and for your vote and confidence in me.
Thank you very much, Nancy Eckerle.
Thank you,
Nancy
Bill.
is running for Jasper City Council at large, so make sure that you're voting now or vote on November 3rd. We've been meeting candidates here on WJTS-Inform. We thank you for watching. We're local people watching local people.